Jade Order is Tortuga Xel's newest Nintendo Switch exclusive release that's attempting to mix in a bit of sci-fi and puzzle mechanics to weave in a new type of experience that we simply don't often receive. You play as a warrior returning from exile to restore balance as two gods are fighting to see who comes out on top. As a nameless entity, you're asked to help the goddess of light keep the beacons active as their powers have begun to wane. The Death God sees this happening and uses it as an opportunity to strike and amass more power. While in theory you're supposed to be an arbitrator of sorts between the gods spat, in reality you're helping the goddess of light all along. With that said, the overwhelming majority of the story is told through slides, so do keep that in mind. There's about 50 different maps in total, and each one of them there's a bit of a unique twist to the gameplay experience. They're all split in 5 separate locations, and in order to complete one of these levels, you must activate the goddess's beacon. But to reach it, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty by taking down some baddies one at a time. You'll notice that each time you move, the enemy moves as well. This means that each time you try to choose to engage, they will follow. So most of the time you spend figuring out how to move into a position where you can get the perfect strike from the back to avoid getting hit, since if you choose to go head on with them, you'll actually lose. On top of taking down enemies, there are 2 types of objectives in each one of the puzzle maps. First, you have medals to deal with, where each one serves a specific purpose, but also kind of works as a level of difficulty to get to. Each one of them nets you a little bit of a boost that can vary, and acquiring all of them in one level adds so much depth to each one of the maps. Mostly because you're not obligated to get them originally, they're just extras, but doing so is gonna have you taking down some of the really smartly placed opponents. The second objective are sparks. These are the game's skills in a way. You can also gain them by finding them on the map as green objects or actually taking down the powers away from a specifically designed enemy. There's a total of 4 distinct powers to obtain, and they all serve a purpose. Some will stop the enemy on their tracks, while others will provide a warp. Combining smartly placed enemies, specifically obtainable objects, and keeping yourself alive is a recipe for good difficulty buildup. As you progress, you'll begin to use easily the game's best trick, the rewind feature. You can also go back to one turn at a time, but also have the freedom to simply abuse it all you want. This means that you can fix all of your mistakes and try again. Performance on the Nintendo Switch Lite is excellent, and I spent all of my time playing this game in handheld mode, which is why I would like to thank the developers for providing the footage you are seeing. Jade Order is a clever game with some unique ideas at a budget release that justifies its purchase. Nintendo Sphere gives Jade Order on the Nintendo Switch a 6.5 out of 10. If you're new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when my videos go up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya!